From father being arrested to losing on the TV show The Rap Game, this is Where Are They Now, Lil Poopy.
Up to work, you always flop. I never play it fair, I make her go berserk. She think I'm top. 100K a year, I know it wasn't easy. I've been plotting. Surprised I made it here, they tryna do me greasy. I ain't stopping, always to the profit. I ain't really got no time to waste. Bro got balls, we copping. Let the money pile up in the safe. I really been a monster.
Born Louis Rivera Jr. on February 15th, 2003 in Brockton, Massachusetts. This would make him currently 19. To parents Louis Rivera Sr., who is from Cape Verdean descent, and Jatoy Rivera, who is of Puerto Rican descent. Poopy is an only child. Lil Poopy stated in an interview with Museum TV that he was raised in the slums of Brockton. Wow, I did not know that before doing this research. That is pretty sad. But unfortunately, that's how a lot of rappers start out. Now, Lil Poopy also told Museum TV that he started rapping at the young age of 7 on New Year's night. This is when his father and his father's friend wrote him a rap down in their own basement. Then, once they heard Lil Poopy rap, his parents allowed him to start performing all around Brockton. This caught the eye of French Montana's people, who told French Montana to listen to Lil Poopy rap. And when he did, he decided to bring Lil Poopy on tour with him. So, at the young age of 7, Lil Poopy was able to be on tour with the likes of Meek Mill, Waka Flocka, and Rick Ross. That is amazing. I would be so excited. I know he had fun and gained so much experience. French Montana even put Lil Poopy in his music video called Shot Caller when Lil Poopy was just the tender age of 8 years old. While Lil Poopy was blowing up, all wasn't gone without any controversy, as shortly after Lil Poopy and his father released the remix to French Montana's song Pop That, where Lil Poopy was cursing, riding Ferraris without a seatbelt, getting handsy with strippers, slapping a woman's butt. Now, with all this going on in one video, this brought the attention to authorities, who were not amused, as right after they had opened a child services investigation. As right after, I'm assuming they saw the video, child services got involved and opened up an investigation, to which YouTube had to pull the video from the site after investigation was open. Thankfully, child services opened and closed the case pretty quickly, with no charges being brought up against his parents, and Lil Poopy continuing on doing his music and doing shows around his city. Unfortunately, this is the same year where Lil Poopy's father was arrested on drug and gun charges. This was in 2013. That is why Lil Poopy's uncle on the show The Rap Game came out instead of his father. I did also want to mention that Lil Poopy's dad did talk to Lil Poopy on the phone once on the show. Now, I will be going into further detail a little later about the TV show. Now, when it came to Lil Poopy's music video that caused all the controversy, everybody was looking at French Montana, as they thought that Lil Poopy was a part of his crew, which was called the Coke Boys. Crazy name. But anyways, this caused French Montana to have to go to the morning radio show called Philadelphia Power 99 to address the situation, where he had to clarify that Lil Poopy is not and was never officially part of Coke Boys. Then French continued on by telling fans to keep his name out of that situation, as he had nothing to do with that video. But like I said earlier, Little Poopy was still able to continue to go back to performing around his city to pursue his dream. This is when Little Poopy caught the attention of execs at the Lifetime Network, who reached out to Little Poopy's family and stated that they were familiar with his work and loved how many views he brought in on YouTube. The network then advised that they were coming up with a competition-like TV show where Little Poopy would compete along with other teens around his age for a record contract with executive producer and label owner of So So Def, Jermaine Dupri. So from January to February of 2016, Little Poopy participated alongside the four other castmates on season one's Lifetime's TV show called The Rap Game. The other castmates were Super Peach, Young Lyric, Little Nico, and the winner, which was Miss Mulatto, who now goes by Big Lotto. Now, I have already done a video on the other castmates except Lotto. Now, if you haven't seen those videos, go watch those next. Now, the only person I did not do a video was on Big Lotto, which I explained in my last video of Super Peach. Now, again, for everybody who hadn't watched the video, I didn't decide to do a video on her because we pretty much know where she is now, as her most recent single, Big Energy, is a pretty big hit and is even nominated for a Grammy. So we pretty much know how good she's doing. I just want to capitalize on the people that we haven't really heard from and see where they are now. So now back to talking about the show. Now, the TV show The Rap Game's first season was a smash hit that brought 1.7 million viewers every single Friday. Also, this brought Lifetime a whole new audience while exceeding everyone's expectations. Even mine, because I did not think the show was going to be as big as it was. Unfortunately, Little Poopy did end up placing last on the TV show. But again, he did really like his time that he had did on the show. Little Poopy's shine was outshadowed because sadly on June 9th of 2016, following a federal gang and drug raid, Little Poopy's father, then 33, was included on a list along with 50 other individuals and were arrested in Boston and charged with multiple counts in the federal courts. They were accused of being involved in a network of various different members and associates of the 18th Street Gang, also known as the East Side Money Gang, or even the Barcelona Gang. I don't know, but there's a whole bunch of gang names there. Now, this is where Little Poopy's father and others were charged with conspiracy to distribute coke, if you know what I mean, as I can't say that on YouTube. But anyways, this was after evidence showed that he was in possession of over 280 grams or more of a mixture and substance containing a detectable amount of coke. Wow. Now, in 2016, at the age of 13, while all this was going on, Little Poopy was still able to get signed to a 4-year record deal with the label Epic/Sony Records. Now, while doing my research, I did see a few items where they said he was not a part of them and he was not signed to them. But again, most of my research says he was, and even put the year. So you guys go with what you think. But while he was on the label, he didn't put out any records. So maybe he wasn't a part of the label, but I didn't want to give you that information, as that is what I found initially while doing my research, while other people said he was never a part of Epic/Sony Records. So again, you guys be the judge. I'm just here to give you the information and you guys decide what you guys want to believe. Now, unfortunately, Little Poopy, as I found, his father is still incarcerated. He is not out. But this has not stopped Little Poopy from releasing music, as he does still have music videos uploaded on his YouTube channels. The last one being released about 8 months ago, which was a freestyle called Smell the Hate. So he is still releasing music videos, freestyles on his YouTube channel. So he is still pretty active on YouTube and social media. Currently, like I said in the beginning of this video, he is now 19 years old and no longer goes by Lil Poopy, but goes by the name Poopy the Don. He is currently single with no children. To all you young teenagers who thinks he's cute, he still rocks the braids that everybody was such in love with on the TV show. He also resides in Boston, Massachusetts. So definitely check him out. Again, you can always check out his music videos. He has more recent music videos like Worthless and Rat Ho. And I don't know if he meant spell hole or Hoe, but that's what it says on YouTube. It says Hoe. That's what it says under the title on the video. And again, he is very active on his other social medias. Currently, Lil Poopy, now again goes by Poopy the Don, has over 380,000 followers on Instagram, over 28,000 followers on Twitter, over 27,000 subscribers on YouTube, and over 400 monthly listeners on Spotify. Now, if you like this type of content, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe, because this would help push my videos out through the YouTube algorithm to support the channel to more viewers. Also, if you have anyone you would like me to cover, let me know down below, as I do documentaries on anyone over here. Thanks. Bye.